Well, some losses certainly sting more than others. And if you need any evidence of that, just look at the Michigan fan base and their behavior today. I don't know if this is a different universe where we are somehow in October 2021 again. I don't know what is going on where somehow in early May of the following year, Michigan and Michigan State fans are in some renewed bickering. I don't know how this keeps happening, but this one, even by this rivalry standard, is pretty ridiculous. So Michigan State announces today or tweets out their glorious championship bling, these rings they got for winning the Peach Bowl. They are Peach Bowl champions. That's a nice accomplishment. Peach Bowl is tough to get to, tough to win. So there it is, earned, not given. Michigan State football's beautiful rings on display, tweeted out earlier this afternoon. And for a little close up, let's get into the controversy. What was so controversial about this announcement? There it is, the close up, Mel Tucker as the sit in for the example. And if you look at Paul Bunyan's axe on the side, right under Tucker's name, MSU 37, U of M 33. Obviously, the score from the game in October and Michigan State celebrating their Paul Bunyan triumph. Now, I actually saw the tweet out of the ring and the close up with the score. Didn't think twice about it. Ended up taking a phone call and went on with my day. At no point did it occur to me that this may be somehow problematic, let alone highly controversial in the Michigan fan base circle. But it was. This is one example of many. We could have pulled a million. Here's one. Quote, if Michigan put 42-27 on their Big Ten championship ring, I would cringe to no end. Nothing reaffirms the little brother attitude more than this. So other than the fact that this is exhibit 3,722 of this fan base not taking the loss in October well, I think it's even funnier in context of championship rings and just look at what is sort of the historical norm in this state, in this conference, and even states across this great land. There's no issue with this score on the side of the ring whatsoever. There's none. It's insane. But that one tweet was, frankly, a representative example of how the entirety of the Michigan fan base seems to be reacting. Everybody except Anthony Broome. Anthony Broome was like the only one with his hair not on fire. Let's look through some of the examples of championship rings, and let's see how outrageous this is. So we'll stay with Michigan State. I don't get why this is such a big deal now. Michigan State in 2017, one of the worst good teams ever, won the Holiday Bowl. And to celebrate their Holiday Bowl triumph, what did they have right there? Boom, on the side, 14-10. Michigan State celebrating their win over Michigan, although there probably should have been a controversy with that inclusion because that game didn't count because it was, in fact, raining. So if there was any game that should not be memorialized and celebrated on a championship ring side, it would definitely be the 2017 game because that didn't count. But there's no controversy whatsoever. I don't know why celebrating the win over Michigan is somehow controversial now. I would argue that Michigan is taking this one a little bit harder than they did in 2017, and that's clearly evidence. But take Michigan State out of it. Get the green goggles off my face now. Let's just keep it as objective as possible. Georgia Tech, one of many examples I found in 10 seconds, 2014. They shocked the world by beating Georgia. They were not supposed to beat Georgia that year. And look at that. Look at their beautiful ring on the side. State champs, 11-3, celebrating their ACC run and their Orange Bowl championship. So there's certainly precedent. Georgia Tech did it for Georgia. Not crazy. There's also precedent for the very opposite of little brother in the Michigan context, Ohio State. Ohio State, and RIP Dwayne Haskins, here was his sample ring. This is one of the, honestly, frankly, cooler rings of the last 10, 15 years in the sports world. This is Ohio State's 2018 Big Ten championship ring. And obviously it has a number of things going on here. But if you look closely at the picture we just put up, They have the score of the Michigan win, 62-39, in the bleachers of the Horseshoe in the ring. That's Ohio State. So if it's little brother behavior to put the score of the rivalry game that you won in your ring, I guess Ohio State's a little brother too. I guess you got to throw them in there because by that standard, that's what I've been reliably informed. You put that score of the rivalry game in the ring, you're a little brother, right? The fact that the little brother thing is still going on, like, thank you, thank you. If I were a Michigan fan objectively, I would repudiate the little brother thing. I would want nothing to do with it. Get it away from me. There's nobody on the planet that likes the little brother stuff more than the guy you're looking at, and people like me. Michigan State fans love it. I can't get enough of it. Please never stop. But it is hilarious. It doesn't make any sense. And as long as we're talking about, quote, little brother behavior, if it's, quote, little brother behavior to celebrate a win in the form of a championship ring, I want to know what the hell this is. Michigan's Outback Bowl participation ring. This team, Michigan in 2012, went 8-5 and lost the Outback Bowl game that they gave rings out for. They went 8-5 and lost. It doesn't get more, quote, little brother than that. So if Michigan State hilariously getting made fun of for an 11-win season, handing out Peach Bowl rings that had the Michigan score on the side, what is the proper response to that Outback Bowl ring thing? I don't even, honestly, I didn't even know that they did that. If I'd known that about at the time, I don't think I would have ever shut up. That's actually something to make fun of. The bottom line is, and look, we pulled a couple examples in 10 minutes between me putting my kids to bed tonight. There's dozens of examples of trolling on rings, scoreboard of the rivalry game. This is like the most dime a dozen thing ever. It's not even like that noteworthy or special. When I saw it initially, I thought, oh, that's cool. Like, it wasn't even like, oh yeah, that was clever, because it's been done a million times. We showed you a couple examples. It took me 5 seconds to find. So the moral of the story is this team is so deep inside of Michigan fans' heads still. It drives them crazy that they lost that game. They say they're not over it, but they remind you too often how over it they are. It's, the lady doth protest too much, to use the cliche. They have told us a million times, oh, look at this picture of Jim Harbaugh holding the trophy over his head. We're over it. We're it's fine. We're good. Like, we're past it. We're past it. But your actions betray your words here. So props to Anthony Broom, who didn't swallow the hook. Everyone else that I saw is buying this stuff. I'm sorry that things didn't work out for you in October. I'm sorry that things didn't work out for you October the year before. I'm sorry that things haven't worked out for you most Octobers since Mark D'Antonio showed up. And his successor picked up right where he left off, with his foot in your face. Talk to your program. Tell them to figure it out. It's not my problem. I'm not the one getting my shit kicked in every year. That's you guys. Figure it out, because you're embarrassing yourselves. I'm friends with a lot of you. I got to pull you. I don't have to talk to Anthony Broom. Anthony Broom doesn't need my help. He figured this out. The rest of you should take his lead. You're embarrassing yourselves. You're freaking out over something that Ohio State's done to you, Georgia Tech did to Georgia, something that is no worse than what you did celebrating an Outback Bowl loss in a 5-loss season. Get it together for your own sake, not for mine. I'm enjoying it. Frankly, I'm inclined to let you hang yourselves on this nonsense. But I try to be objective, and as an objective purveyor of truth here, you just have to let this go. You took the loss poorly. We get it. You'll get your third chance to beat Mel Tucker next year. Focus on that. You got bigger fish to fry than worrying about what's on our bling, sir. Work on that. That's all we got. Fix it, guys, for your own sake. Seriously. That's it.